Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4. We last left off when we rescued the princess. Surprise, surprise, she was not in another castle. Who would have guessed? But anyway, it's a new day, so now we have to tear up some other part of the country. The usual. Now that I think about it, was the Goliath Noah actually flying there? I wasn't really paying attention. So now his job's getting outsourced. It's daylight now, but nothing seems out of the ordinary. Do we have any readings on the radar? None detected. No one seems to be pursuing us at the moment. We haven't picked up any abnormal mobilizations from any of the military divisions either. Looks like Dad came through for us. The Imperial Defense Force might still be on our tail, but it's a relief to know that it won't get worse than that. We've got good weather and clear visibility, plus our man engine's purring as nicely as ever. But I guess I'd be purring too if I had my own little angel to give me some tender tinkering. Well, the ship was in pretty good shape already, actually. This is my first time working with a man engine, but I'll try my best to manage. That's some baton you're passing on. Still, I'm sure she'll figure it out somehow. That man engine's kind of a black box, though, huh? Yes. Its core is actually an artifact known as the Heavenly Chariot. But the rest of the ship was made by the Foundation, so an expert technician will still be of great help to us. Well, you're looking at her. Tita was trained by two of Epstein's three disciples themselves, Professor Rutzel and Professor Schmidt. True, but I wouldn't expect anything as great as them from me just yet. Guess the ship's staffing problems are just about taken care of now. But our situation hasn't changed. If anything, it's only getting worse. Indeed, and it isn't just the military whose minds are being polluted, it's spreading among civilians as well. As a result, more and more conscriptees are being deployed to the front lines. I expect my own disappearance won't be made public for the time being. To divert everyone's focus toward the war, right? If the people find out their princess had vanished without a trace, it'd only serve to distract them. Things will only escalate if Dad and his troops are thrown into the mix. Leading ultimately to Operation Jormungand, spearheaded by my brother and General Van Dyke. Their preparation should be nearly complete, but so should the countermeasures against it, correct? Right, there's still that plan of yours, Operation Mule Mirage. Yes, its arrangements have been progressing steadily with every mission we complete. Securing the release of Tita and Her Highness is one of its key aims, in fact. Me too. Holding a Laburlian citizen hostage would make a pretty effective check against the kingdom. But what does that have to do with this counter-operation of yours? Enough with putting this on airs. On with it already. Now, all will be revealed in due time. We have our own objectives to prioritize at the moment. After all, we still have no lead on Elise's whereabouts. That's true. Reen's sister, huh? Can't imagine he'd let that stand. You'd think she would have stuck with the princess. Alas, we were separated when they seized us at Saint-Arkh. Though I can't imagine that she was subject to any harsh treatment given her relation to Reen. We're going to find her no matter what it takes, and continuing our patrols is the best way for us to do so. Right. I'll send whatever intel we got in over to the terminal for you. So you have the Rosenberg roundup. You must simply help me. I've lost something precious, something I love like my own children. There is no doubt in my mind that it's the work of that scoundrel Phantom Thief B. I'd like to settle this very discreetly, and if possible, I want to place it in the hands of a Crossbell native. Inquire at the Hotel Augusta in Saint-Arkh Cathedral for more information. So I do not remember Rima Bella, but for that one we have to take Yuna along. I don't think we have any other Crossbell people with us. No, I'm not seeing any. Emergency rescue. So this is Celestin. We haven't seen him in a while. My sincerest apologies for the impropriety of this request, but a most regrettable crisis has arisen. I find I am unequal to the task of resolving it alone. Must perforce seek outside help. I will be waiting at the Raquel junction of the Westling Dock Canyon Road. I remain, ladies and gentlemen of Thor, your most humble and obedient servant. And then the monster. Getting reports that a particularly dangerous monster has appeared near the Old Lemaire Road. Please find and slay this creature. It's the Eldergeist. Phantom Thief B? He did help us back in Crossbell, but... What, he turned back to a life of crime the second you stepped foot into Ereboni or something? This is an enforcer we're talking about here. Still, it does feel a little odd. That aside, look at this one. It's from Celestin. It would seem he is safe despite his previously being unaccounted for. Both requests seem urgent, but best we check them out sooner rather than later. Right, let's get moving then. By the way, Instructor, it's my turn to be your little arm piece this time around. Just the two of us alone with nothing for company but our racing hearts. And 4 other people. If only I'd brought my orbital staff with me. You better watch yourself out there, Reen, and I mean really watch yourself. I was already planning on it. Anyway, I'll be on board for the time being, so feel free to give me a holler if you need a hand. Same goes for me, I'll help however I can. So can Tina actually join the group? Ooh, she can! So look at her strength stat. Yeah, Tina's more of a caster anyway. Yeah, we've completely... Like, we're trying to pretend Ash doesn't exist. So Yuna... Kurt... Sarah... And the last one doesn't really matter all that much. Let's grab Laura. So one of the things I want to do when I actually go around doing the missions is I want to start picking up some of these silver chests we left behind. The situation in Saint-Arkh, Parm, and Titusgate has changed. You'll be able to progress the story once you've completed at least one of the 2 semi-required quests. Receive bonding points. New weapons and armor can now be purchased in all areas. Got Muse's dress, her short hair, her cap. Wow, that's 5 notes. I hear that Tina and Prince Delphin will be helping out aboard the ship. We certainly won't have to worry about being understaffed. Throw an egg in, the ship's going to start feeling real cozy real soon. I imagine so. Meanwhile, the Merkaba Unit 2 is experiencing a manpower shortage, so brothers Elrin and Ryuna have since gone to join them. Did something happen? Yes, we receive reports of something big underway in the Holy City. It sounds like they're going to be engaging in full-scale conflict with the Ouroboros. It's highly likely that this is just a feint, but the Society has deployed a large force. A diversion for the Graalsritter, huh? Something's definitely up. We intend to keep in close contact with the Graalsritter's headquarters. I'll keep you posted as the situation develops. I appreciate it. There's still so many members we haven't located yet. We need to get them back in soon. Nothing like a nice hot drink to calm me down. Glad you like it. Hey, Lisa, Angelica, taking some time out for a cup of tea? Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be hard for her to visit the lounge given how she's supposed to be highlighting the ship. Can't really rely on the autopilot too heavily either. But on the bright side, I feel more relaxed now than I have in a long time. I'm so pumped now I think I can pull off some real acrobatic maneuvers. Please don't. Yeah, that's just asking for trouble. Hey, you play Vantage Masters, right? If you have the time, what do you think about challenging me? Elisa? Of course, I didn't know you played. I saw new Class 7 playing and thought I'd give it a go. It's become popular with the 4th Development Division recently. In that case, you wouldn't want to be the only one out playing, huh? We should have a game or 2 together. That'd be great. So now we can play against Lisa. Seeing Angelica at the helm of the ship reminds me of our time on the Courageous. We were all pushing so hard back then, but now we have to work even harder. Yeah. So let's see if we can give her a pair of lumps real quick and then be on our way. So she uses the Spirit.
Game on!
I want to read what all it does. Yeah, we're putting that one back in a moment. Yeah, we get that one instead. So you get a little bit of power later. So we can hit this one without fear of counterattack. And I may want to get the Tarpus on the field next. Ooh! So yeah, we can snipe that one. Is it gonna do it? Ooh, it did do it. That sucks. So I wonder if she just has a deck full of heaven cards or something, because this could get real ugly real fast. Yep. So now that one can pick off my guy. I don't know what the Geobro does, I have to look. Yeah, Tarbus is most likely gonna die. Not too much I can do about that, I'm afraid. So yeah, I don't want to play this yet, not till that Geobro is dealt with. Okay, I do not know that one card, but yes, I got her to do it. Deals 2 damage to an enemy defense card, so that one's pretty strong. We want this one here. You. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one out just in case there's any heaven cards hit the field. Like that one. So yeah, this one's almost over. I assume she has more of those, and there's just not really much I can do to hold off. I need my one card, which is not that one. So I can move this one here. And at this point, I may as well just bind it. So yeah, if she plays the other Heaven card, she can just finish off the Ranger. It's not too much I can do. Okay, for a second there it did lock up. So I'm going to do this just in case she does get her healer card out. I do not know what that fire card does. Actually, it looks like it doesn't even have a skill. It's just getting the benefit of her thing where they get more hit points and stuff. Yeah. actually could hit that one. That's cool.
One more time.
So she gave me those fire guys. I'm trying to wonder if I'd be better off taking Sister. I don't think I heal fast enough to make it worthwhile.
Game on!
You first. That may not be a bad start. See, I could lose a ton of health right here, but I don't have a better option, I'm afraid. I really do need that crystal. The fact that she was able to play that on turn 1 is kind of crappy. So now there are several ways for her to win, seriously, this fast. Any range guy is pretty much game over. There might be a way for me to reach that one still. Actually, yes, there is. So I have to do this. That is so weird to me, man. That will protect me from one shot. Because they're just going to shoot the shield instead. Okay, we have a little bit of life back in us. there we go, we wiped her field.
One more time.
No, I didn't want to talk to you. Elisa's tea really relaxed me, body and soul. It's just what I needed. Everything just feels clearer somehow, like I can handle any flight pattern you through it with ease. That's what I like to hear, glad to help. We'll talk to Rosine one more time before heading out. There's so many worrying developments outside the Empire, but I need to get my focus here and keep moving forward. We've actually had a couple of concerning orders come in, Rean. I hope you can handle them. Okay, I need to remember there's so many people now we probably will be staying in the halls like this. Still no word from Paula. That's too bad. Haven't been able to get in contact with Clara either. Really? That's not encouraging. You guys mean Paula from the Writing Club and Clara from the Art Club? What's wrong? Did they go off the grid? Seems like it. I didn't message her all that often before now, to be honest. But before everything went down in Heimdall, I've been exchanging intel with her on and off. Same goes for me and Paula. I was hoping to get in touch with her to confirm the situation, but... So it's not just Heimdall-based Thor's grads. It's probably nothing to be overly concerned about, but we still ought to keep them in mind. Now that Toa's back with us, we should let her know too. Come to think of it, I met Claire at the Imperial... Biennale? I don't know how that word's supposed to be pronounced. In Breahard. I wonder what she's doing now, and whatever became of Paula. Claire's been keeping busy between pursuing her own artistic interests and pitching in to help the cause as much as she can. Must be some reason why she's been unreachable lately. Sorry about all this. Would you stop apologizing? You know what happened. It's nothing, I just grazed my arm a little during training. I didn't think it's anything that needs to be looked at, though. That's just the kind of negligence that will leave you with a nasty scar. Now show me the wound and let's get it cleaned. Thanks, really. Wow, Dooley really knows her stuff when it comes to taking care of others. I know using peroxide on it is supposed to scar it, but... yeah. Neat little... I don't even know what you want to call it. It's not necessarily a tip, but... peroxide will oxidize the surface cells, damaging them and actually enhancing the scar. Be careful using that as a disinfectant. There, clean and wrapped. Wasn't so bad, was it? Thanks again, that was so nice of you. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to give you something, Instructorine. This is the ID for Ellie's Palm Party account. I thought you should have this so you could help test the connection we'll be using to share intel with Lloyd and the Triple S. Plus, you can play the game too if you want. Cool, thanks. You can now play against Ellie. Want something to drink, Dooley? It's on me since I owe you one. What do you like? You're a very upright person. Very well, I can accept that. So yeah, we may as well just bite the bullet now.
Let the game begin.
I want to go here. Okay, I'm starting to see. Actually, no, that... like, I'm trying to determine what causes it to move up or down. Because right now it says there's 0 turns for an up. I wonder what changes that, because now we do get one up. We can get a double here. She might be close enough to where I can finish her off. So yeah, that thing just went to waste. I didn't mean to put it there, crap. Still, we can salvage it. This is so awkward, man. We want to go here. Checkmate.
Well played.
So yeah, she is really defensive. Kind of hard to overcome. Can't be. What can't it be, Machias? My dad just sent me an mail about the current situation in Ordis. Certain someone was dispatched there recently by order of City Hall. Is there some sort of issue with that? It's not a big deal, really. It's just my dad's been kind of a tough spot in Ordis, what with his partial demotion and all. This could get messy for him. All I can do is hope he keeps on fighting the good fight. Not in all the details, but Machias seems pretty worried about his dad. That in mind, Valimar might be able to get us over to Ordis. No. He can figure it out. He's part of the Inspectorate and all. What's Altina doing out here? She must be pretty lost in thought if she hasn't even noticed me yet. She's so focused in right now, but maybe I ought to check up on her as her instructor. So, no, but we can see that's a romance thing. Maybe I should just let her be. So just a reminder, if you guys have any preferences, speak your mind, otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to end up doing by default. Sadly, there's no Crow route, and even then I imagine he'd probably have a sizable fan base. Reen, nice work earlier. Only because you guys, Toa. Great job collecting all... great job gathering all that information. By the way, what's that O file on the screen? Well, you see, Elisa brought some data over to the Merkaba. They appear to be files that she got from Ren, that girl from Liberl. Ren, you mean Tita's friend, right? The former enforcer? What kind of data did she give her? Remember a month ago when Liberl and Crossbell teams infiltrated Orcus Tower together? Apparently they acquired some top-secret files full of confidential information. Then it might have some detailed records on exactly what happened in Heimdall back then. Right, not to mention information on past incidents, information that's not so well known. Problem is the files are protected. They're not going to be easy to analyze. So the idea came up of dividing the files between us to be decoded individually. Makes sense? All that information would definitely be a huge help to us and all our allies. Thought the same, that's why I decided to pitch in. I'm working on one of the files right now. It seemed like the one I might be able to parse. I see. Those files are all encrypted. The more shovels at work, the better, I imagine. So that's her romance thing, and the event she's talking about, in case you don't remember, is the prologue where Lloyd, Ellie, Estelle, and Joshua all busted into the tower or whatever. Something in the Geofront I remember, but that's about it. Not too bad if I say so myself. Doing some practice, I see your movements really felt natural. Yeah, it surprised even me, to be honest, but I guess it's to be expected after having crossed swords with Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart. Being able to hold my own against one of Mueller's sworn friends was a big moment for me. I can imagine. Looks like we'll have to thank Lieutenant Colonel in general for that sometime. Definitely, but maybe not quite yet. I imagine Prince Cedric was also steadily improving his skills. Maybe I should start searching for that thing Uncle Zex told me about. General Zex told him to look for something? I wonder what it could be. Well, we'll never know. So Ash, I hear you were pretty hot stuff back home. Don't get carried away. You still got a lot to learn about gambling and women both. Well, hey, I don't got as much life experience as you. I mean, you've done some pretty crazy stuff as Crow, as C, and as Siegfried. Ouch, you had to go there, didn't you? Come to think of it, I kind of have trouble thinking of you as a ladies' man, Crow. Maybe because all the times Angelica upstaged you back at Thor's. Lame. Hey, you don't know what it's like to have to compete with Angie. Take that chick from the literature club, for example, Tatiana, right? Let me tell you, if Angie set her sights on her, you wouldn't stand a chance. In fact, you might want to get moving on that before she does. Hey, mind your own business. Not like I care or anything. Come on, don't be shy. Whenever you need advice about women, you just come to Uncle Crow. Back off, man. This ain't funny. Even Ash isn't quite a match for Crow. Forget about me. What's the deal between you and that Abyss lady? She's easy on the eyes, but talks like she knows every secret the world's trying to hide and doesn't want to share. Honestly, Crow, I'm kind of curious about your relationship with her, too. You too, huh? Sometimes I'm glad you didn't get too involved with her, but other times I wish I had. Sometimes I wish I didn't get too involved with her, but other times I wish I had. Well, you guys figured out how to interpret that one. Come on. Well, that answered nothing. I don't know, it sounds like they're married. Well, Vita and I have been around each other for more than 5 years now. Lots happened. It's not really a short story. Guess not just a simple awakener witch relationship. It kinda feels like I've been left behind. Pisses me off. It's about time I settled the score. Don't get me involved in this. What's with the flowers and suitcase, Your Highness? I'm just preparing myself is all. I was wondering if we could make a stop by Alistair once the opportunity allows. I see. Prince Oliver's childhood hometown. A state funeral for the victims has already been performed in Heimdall. The remains, however, were completely incinerated. Though the grave itself is quite extravagant, it's actually empty. No matter how much I thought about it, I just couldn't picture my brother's soul lying to rest there. Neither could I after the whole thing with Crow and Cold Steel 3, just saying. I'd just like to go back to his old home just once to lay some flowers there. Your Highness. It's just a personal one of mine, really. We can talk more about it when the time is right. I should instead be thinking of what kind of contributions I can make for the ship, shouldn't I? Remember, I'm a member of the crew before I'm a princess. Don't hesitate to assign me my fair share of work. Prince Oliver's childhood home, huh? Maybe I should pay my respects too. And that's her romance thing. So there's a lot of romance stuff up for grabs here. What you burning, Elliot? Elliot, you're behind the counter this time? Yep, helping people is part of who I am, and that extends to cooking too. Let me know if there's anything you need. I will, thanks. Helping people's part extends to cooking, yeah, that's just a repeat.
How can I help? Come back anytime. How can I help?
Well, that's two areas where you can't. Another thing about where's this coin? And where's impermanence? Actually, wait a second. The evergreen... I have 106 U materials now? Silver Bell... That only requires a galleon fort? Is that right? Holy crap. Okay. Those were better than I remember. I probably actually said that a few times, but yeah. I keep forgetting they're that good. This one, not so much. Oh yeah, I have Bluster, but I never actually equipped it yet.
Come back anytime. How can I help?
Holy Pecky. So there's no new Imperial Chronicle. So yeah, we can have Reen go back to being Super Saiyan now.
Come back anytime.
Get back, I never see you could pet me. Your mouth says no, but you're purring all the same. I am not. There, isn't that better? Just relax and let me work my magic. Or if you prefer, you can switch to human form and I'll give you a nice massage. There's no way that's going to happen. You say it's just as relentless as ever. It's kind of scary. What's the matter, Emma? You've been sighing a lot these days. Have I? I certainly hadn't noticed myself doing so. The break room's always there for you if you need to take a load off. Thank you, but I'm fine, honest. If anyone's in need of a rest, I think it's you, Reen. Don't worry, I've been taking regular breaks wherever I can. If you say so. I know how you feel, Emma. But really, it's better not to overthink it. Anyway, want to go take a nap together? Why not? Hope I'm not the source of Emma's stress. No, but I might be. All the talk of napping has made me sleepy. Well, why don't you just take a nap? Fee did take naps in all sorts of places when we were in school. They do say naps are good for you. It might not be such a bad idea to try one occasionally. Hey everyone, see you're all set up in the workshop now, huh, Tita? Yep, I want to piggyback for all the help you've given me. Make any modifications to your ornaments you might need, it'll be just like when we work together on your field exercises. Don't take too much on at once. Remember, you gotta do maintenance on the engines too. No sweat, I'm just getting started. That's great, just don't push yourself too hard. You two really get each other, though I guess it makes sense after all the intense battles you two have gone through together. Yeah, well, get the feeling we could have avoided a lot of those battles if Tita here didn't charge right now without thinking so much. What about all the times you were too much of a hothead to back down from a fight? Okay, I guess we're both as bad as each other. But I figure that's part of why we make such a great team. We? Yeah, you're right. Ooh la la, isn't that sweet? I think someone's got a little crush. I can feel myself getting bashful just watching them. So there hasn't been any updates about Shira's whereabouts, right? But I hear Ren and the others have come here to Erebonia. Besides, Agate's there as well, so there's no need to worry.
Yes! Come back soon!
We actually
I'll
have to
help.
buy the new stuff. So that's what Green's using. That's not that much of an improvement, to be perfectly honest. But then again, I don't think I really need that. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get any of the weapon upgrades until I know who's coming with. The heck is that? Oh, the bike? I need to figure out how to actually use those. Okay, we have
Come back
2,000
soon.
Sepith.
I'll
Make
help.
orb. Still can't do any.
Come back soon. Yes.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Someone who's lagging behind a little bit, maybe, but not these guys at the moment. I have 14 cast ones. Now keep in mind I didn't make all those, quite a few of them, probably the
Come back
majority were
soon.
drops.
Yes. Come back soon.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Nothing's fixed, we do have Tita back, that's the most important thing. Anyway, let me help you out for a bit. Call on me anytime. Thanks, just knowing you got our back makes me feel better. Still pretty lovey-dovey, aren't they? I guess feelings aren't out in the open, but that just makes it even more interesting. I'm excited to see how things develop. I get where you're coming from, but be inappropriate to tease them about it. And here's our last stop. Why so serious, Laura? Everything okay? My apologies, I was just lost in thought. We were able to get you and Crow back. We've been recovering our comrades one after another, but there's still the Ironbloods and the Ouroboros to consider, as well as Zephyr and the Red Constellation. Can I really hope to stand up to those blocking our path? Do I truly have what it takes to serve as heir to the Arsaid family in the Blade Master's stead? Thoughts like that have been weighing quite heavily on my mind as of late. Laura. My sword itself is in fine condition. If there is a problem, it must lie with me. I must further hone my ability should I wish to continue to serve as a Blade of Class 7. Looks like Laura's headed above a dead end, that being the case. And that's a romance thing for her too, so that's 4 of them, I think? Anyway... Trial chests... We don't have Machias to do this one. Can't get that one yet. Why did I do this one? Huh. Seraphi, we can't do that one. I don't have any... I have to change my group to do any of those. That sucks, man. So we'll run through Titus Gate real quick. And with that, this caterpillar track should be good to go. But I still have 20 more that I need to switch out. Seriously, how harsh are their field exercises? A new recruit's life is just train, eat, sleep, and repeat. Can't cope with this kind of life without anything to entertain me, so I get a novel. Fall asleep every time I start reading, though. There's no chance I'm going to read it, so you guys can have it. So, yeah, we have 3 and 9 now. Thanks. Victory for the Empire is certain with the exception of Operation Jormungand. The only thing I can't comprehend is why the 4th Armored Division remains on standby in Erebonia. Why are they thinking of leaving our strongest force behind when there's a war to be fought? I want Keller to be crushed beneath the power of our famous 4th Armored Division. Swift vengeance would definitely honor Viscount Arsaid's memory. I was surprised when I heard the full details. I never thought they had stationed forces of similar sizes in 6 directions. Operation Jormungand is really an amazing plan. It's all but secured our victory. We'll make Keller regret their assassination attempt on the Emperor. They've made enemies of the wrong nation. The new recruits have finally met the bare minimum physical standards. Lately, we've been using war simulations to train new recruits. Some of them are the most useless cowards I've ever had the misfortune to train. It's a mystery to me how they managed to survive until now. Many of them have improved. They now know their strengths and weaknesses and can take action without needing their hands held. I don't see a problem if we include the new recruits in the field exercises. I knew it would be like this. I just can't keep with the field exercises. I screwed up during the last battle simulation. The Sergeant Major ended up breathing in my neck. Constant drills are taking their toll on my body. I don't want to worry, Kathy and Yan. I'm gonna have to write in my letters that everything's fine. The 1st and 16th Armored Divisions working together? Didn't think I'd see the day. Liberal only from the start, the Imperial forces were planning to pass through. Makes sense that they won't complain about field exercise in the neutral zone. Hey, what are you doing here? The These are requisition resources. If we run out of something, we could have fatal consequences. I ask you nicely, so don't get in the way of my work. The 1st Armor Division and 16th Armor Divisions are both here. Now we'll finally start full-scale field exercises. Collaboration between our 2 divisions is essential for our role in Operation Jormungand. I'm starting to get nervous now that the start of the war is drawing closer. It's even more important to keep up our field exercises. The time of our campaign is approaching, but Cassius Bright's behavior is very concerning. On the surface, it looks like he's accepted the government's orders and agreed to remain uninvolved, but I truly hope that my concerns are unfounded. We received communication from the government detailing when the war will begin. With only a few days until battle, the troops' morale is increasing. We can fire it up too, but clear-headed coordination between the 2 divisions is vital for Operation Jormungand to succeed. We should continue our field exercises right up until the start of the war. I'm anxious about the start of the war too, but performing field exercises right after the day of the war seems strange. The only thing I can do now is watch things unfold. Everything has gone expected so far. It seems we did the right thing moving our pieces forward. We received a communication regarding the specifics for Operation Jormungand. I have my suspicions about the movement of the armored divisions. Now it makes sense why they put so much effort into the joint field exercises for the 2 divisions. At least there's no doubt now. We should put all our preparations in the upcoming large-scale field exercises. So real quick, status. I should have done this earlier. So we have Omega Impulse, linear, very wide I guess, high power laser, yada yada. So she has her hard straight, large area. Chaff Grenade, random stat down, impedes, pretty large. Heavy Excel, this is her, it's a delay and also her break move. Then we have the Vital Cannon Healing. Does cure ailments, which makes her pretty valuable, I think. I don't know how many of the Sky characters they give us, but she may have a role in the team, we'll see. Formation that significantly raises damage dealt, attack, and defense. So this is like Raging Fire on steroids. We might have an order for Alphen, but since she's not like a party member, we can't see it until we're actually in battle. Did you hear the 1st Armor Division and 16th Armor Division met up at last? Now it looks like they'll be holding field exercises in the neutral zone. Now that I think about it, there's no real reason to be calling it a neutral zone anymore, huh? Kingdom may be smaller than the Empire, but it's not like they're completely powerless. Who can say how this will all end? You can hear the restless footsteps of the soldiers traversing the wall. Could it be the dawn of war draws ever closer? Can't do a thing myself, but I really hope it won't be like the 100 Days War. Just wish there was some way I could be of assistance to the troops. So yeah, I figured it'd be the Fairy Spring. We probably need Agate and Tita here. It's almost like I read the script or something. So yeah, we're gonna grab them and hop back. Organize party. Okay, right there it confirmed what I wanted to test also. If you... Well, it's one of the 2 tests I wanted to do. Many of those enjoyed the hot springs took their time resting in the village. By some stroke of fate, an unexpected combination of people ended up soaking in the springs together. Doesn't quite live up to Elmo, but it's not half bad either. So what's up with you, Tita? You're not in a bad mood, are you? No, it's nothing like that. Come on, up until 2 years ago, I didn't have a single problem getting to the hot springs with my family and Agate. Why does it suddenly feel so different now? Tita, are you worried that things will get a little steamy between you two? Let's go for some space, Muse. We were roommates, you know, Instructor. Who better to spill your heart out than the person who's seen you in your most private moments? If you say so. You've known Tita for 4 years now, haven't you, Agate? And you even went to a hot spring together in the past, so would you say she looks more grown up now? Maybe even a little curvier? Muse. Well, she's not that 12-year-old kid anymore, that's for sure. She used to be so tiny. Every time I look at her, she's become more and more of a woman. It really just blows me away. It's like watching your little sister grow up. Oh. I see. Well, I can somewhat understand that. Guess I misread things between the 2 of them. But she's now your actual sister. You just see her as a substitute Misha, don't you? Of course not. Tita's her own person, and so is Misha. I could never confuse the two of them. Tita's always been charming and likable, but I never imagined that she would end up so Why the hell are we talking about this? Hook, line, and sinker. Agate is a pretty reserved guy most of the time. Schwarzer. Look, I really owe you one, for watching over Tita, I mean. Gotta pass my thanks along to Herschel and Orlando, too, of course. Don't mention it, we've been just as grateful to have Tita around. Keep putting her to work, it's a good experience for her. Just one thing. Make sure she doesn't start dating anyone trashy or anything like that. And when it comes to all you Class 7 guys, no more mixed bathing with her, got it? I'll keep that in mind. So, you do have an interest in her, huh? Sorry, I didn't catch that. No need to repeat yourself either. So, just keep in mind all the games up till this point we're trying to emphasize a sibling relationship between the two, but I guess they're starting to want to change that or something. Actually, I can test my theory real quick. Are they still playing that stupid kick the can thing, or have they moved on?
Oh, I see fish in the water.
Keep it up, Rainy. You'll be sleeping with them, too. Alvario skipped class again, so yeah, this is a repeat. Yeah, that's all about Loki, so yeah. These are all repeats, there's nothing new here. So, there were two things I wanted to test. The first was, if you go to a place, does it cause the new mark to disappear? So let's hop over to Parm Entrance, and we're going to test this one right here and now. Or do you have to actually initiate something to make it disappear? Then the tertiary test, and you can see the one mark disappeared. Tertiary test is what will only disappear if you've done everything or one thing. Inspector Reiner, what are you doing here? I'm here on business, what else? I heard about what happened in Ortis. About Her Highness and the other person being confined, and the confrontation with Governor Regnitz, too. Really got me fired up. I decided to look into things in case there was any information we could use to build a case against the government. Even a remote town like this isn't free from conscription and requisitioning orders. It must be hard on them. Yeah. Unfortunately, stopping the war outright is beyond the Inspectorate's purview. But if we can expose the government's unlawful activities, that may help. We could disrupt their schedule, perhaps even change the course of the war in some small way. Rest assured, I'll be doing everything in my power. Thank you, we really appreciate any help you can give us. I hear that Bertrand got his draft card. Do you think I'll have to keep sending off men of this town as they go to war? It's real frustrating. So now that I think about it, it is possible he has new items in the shop. He does not, though. Because some of the places actually do get new items, like 1 or 2 gifts for you to give to someone. Speaking of which, do I actually have anything that needs to go to anyone here? Fee, Ash, Gaius, Crow, Duvally, Angelica. Nope, nothing. There's an odd rumor going around about the nearby village. They say that lately even nice people have become irritable, even aggressive for no apparent reason. Maybe it's due to stress they've been bottling up for too long. Keep telling yourself that, lady. So we got the handkerchief, and you can see the one gift that we already picked up. I think that was up for grabs when we came here originally, though. Even at Brionia Island, you say? I don't like the sound of this. There's no trace of a sudden change in the ecosystem, even in records from 50 years back. But why now? Did Kenneth know why this was happening? Does that have something to do with why he disappeared? We still have no idea whether he's alive or dead, and you still haven't given up on him. You must care about Kenneth very much. What? You've got it all wrong. Kenneth and I are, just fishing buddies. Methinks the Lady doth protest too much. Looks like my hunch was right on the mark. Miss Annabelle. Yes? I deeply regret my earlier actions. I was doing you a disservice. You may consider your engagement to my son, William, null and void. If your family objects, I'll smooth things out with them. I would much prefer you to follow your heart as regards to Kenneth. Thank you. What is going on? I've never told Kenneth how I feel, but now his father knows? Someday Annabelle's life will calm down a little, but that day is not today. What am I doing? I never even told Kenneth how I feel, and now his father knows? How does that make any sense? Everything's out of order, and I don't even know where Kenneth is right now. I think she's going to be lost in thought for a while. To think I remained oblivious as my son built such a wonderful relationship. You must return, Kenneth, for Annabelle's sake. My draft card came in the mail the other day. I explained to Catan what it meant, but he just looked at me with a confused expression. Doesn't matter if he doesn't really understand. It won't make a difference as long as I make it back. So, nothing up there. I was thinking going through Parm was going to take longer than this, but maybe not. Could fish for you materials, but I think I'm good for a little while. Are you looking for Tatiana and Kairi? They left a while ago. Given everything they've gone through, I couldn't well stop them. At least I was able to send them off with lunchboxes I packed to the gills. I sure hope they're doing alright. Scarlet Garment. Yeah, there's nothing here. As if the subsidy scam weren't bad enough, supplies have started getting really scarce. We're still managing to get by, though. With weaving supplies so limited, you gotta be quick or it'll all sell out. I pounce on what I need like a tiger. So yeah, we'll make our way towards the chapel. I've been going to church more often recently. Listening to the sermons and gazing at the stained glass pictures helps me calm my mind. Dad's been conscripted. He gave me a big hug and told me to be good. Now, how long is he going to be away for, do you know? I'm sorry, Catan, I don't. You'll have to be patient, okay? Okay, thanks anyway. Catan's dad is going to become a soldier? So we have to leave Parm? Seems like all the mail Parm's been getting recently has been only draft cards, but I won't give in to that sort of morose mood. It's even more important to show determination and resilience now. I should start by talking to people and helping them remain hopeful. It's been nothing but bad news reaching Parm. My goal is to strengthen the hearts of the townsfolk through my sermons, but perhaps it'd be a bit too difficult for the young children to understand. It's been nothing but bad news reaching Parm.
Oh, I spy some fish!
Pretty much the entire 1st Armor Division is now here at Titus Gate. Why they station us here, though? It's not like we're gonna mess with Liberl, are we? I'm just pulling your leg. You should have seen your face. From what I've heard, the IDF have left Saint-Arkh. We haven't received new orders yet, so we're staying put. We're keeping up with training and we're ready to march out any time, but they're still keeping us here. Yeah, I can't remember this dude's name. I'm drawing a blank. Galart. Master Galart, you taught me everything I know. I won't ever forget what you've done for me. Stop acting like this is the last time I'll see you. You were drafted, not sentenced to death. You'll go to this war fighting and then you'll come back. But there's a chance I won't make it back, you know? I could get hit by a stray bullet or caught up in an explosion. Or you could fall out, you know, into that cesspit under the outhouse, walking around at night without a flashlight, but... they might just say you got hit by a landmine or something in that case. Honestly, I've given up my dreams of becoming a full-fledged artisan. Stop that right now. Who are you? I don't recognize my ambitious apprentice in you at all. You will come back, do you hear me? And if you and if you make me cry, I will officially disavow you as an apprentice. I promise I'll be back. Can't be. Reggie, you were... Hey Kurt, I'm happy I got to see you before leaving. I look forward to talking with you again when all sorts of stuff when I get back. Yes, I look forward to it too. To think I'd have to send off my dear apprentice. This must be what it means for something to be heart-wrenching. How will I tell my wife what's happened when she returns home? I got my draft card yesterday. I've just started making a name for myself as an artisan, and now I have to leave. There's still much I want to learn from Master Galart. Once this war is over, I'll be back to finish my apprenticeship. No one's upstairs. Okay. Yeah, we're almost done. This went a lot faster than I thought. If you're not looking to buy anything, move on. I guess you outsiders think Parm's treasure is the fine fabrics or the art of weaving. Wrong, it's the artisans themselves, passing on their knowledge and trade secrets from one generation to the next. There is someone upstairs. My husband saw Reggie as a promising young craftsman. When Reggie got drafted, he nearly had a fit. My advice is not talk to him until he cools off. Too late. So, what's... Dreknor Fortress? How far will they let me go in? Oh! So they actually do teleport you right there. Actually, it's probably as far in as we can get. Oh, nice to see all of you. Though considering the circumstances, I would have imagined you'd be still laying low. We're not here to cause any trouble, we were just in the neighborhood and thought we'd look in on things. I hope we didn't interrupt if you two were saying your goodbyes. I just came to give Father and Neidhart some good luck charms, that's all. From the sound of things, the 4th Division has some hard times ahead of them. I don't have the strength that you do, but I still want to help in any way I can. There's more to strength than just military might, Fiona. Not a day goes by that I'm not inspired by your kindness and strength of heart. I imagine that goes for the General, too. Though I must admit your boldness can get you into trouble. I wouldn't be drastically opposed to you trying to rein that in a little. Neidhart. While I can't promise that, I do promise to find my own way of supporting you. Though this isn't quite what we came here for, it was nice to see this little chapter of their love story. You're right about that. It's a shame Elliot couldn't be here, you know? On another note, Lieutenant Colonel, can you tell me what's going on with Alan? Physically speaking, he's perfectly fine. But the curse, it's been eating away at the Empire for centuries. Freeing him from its grip will be no easy task. Worse yet, the previous incident only further cemented his decision, though I imagine that the compelling power of the curse played a part. Lieutenant Colonel, words won't get us anywhere. I intend to take action, doing all that I can as a superior officer and former instructor. But that is merely my path. A different one awaits you and your allies, Schwarzer. Find it, follow it, and see where it leads. We will, thank you. I'm really worried about Alan, but I'll just have to put my faith in Lieutenant Colonel for now. So, that's just a repeat. Please take care out there, I'll pray for your success. I always lose track of time when I listen to Miss Fiona play. Her music has a bold quality that stirs the heart. It's just the kind of performance you'd expect from the General's daughter. In any case, you can count on me to see Miss Fiona home safely. I'll be right here while she finishes her conversation with Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart. And that's as close as we can get. So yeah, there's only Saint-Arkh left? One of the districts is missing. Which one? We'll start at Cathedral Square outside and work our way in. So there's something in the hotel. That might actually be the side quest thing we were originally told about. The performance the other day was truly something special. The music was enough to warm the heart. It spoke to our humanity. Lately, the only thing I've been able to feel is hatred toward the Republic. But since that performance, the storm raging inside my mind has cleared, and I feel all the better. Emperor Astorius wasn't a prisoner in anger and despair. He built the old capital with his desire for peace. I want to emulate that wisdom of his, and try to find a passage to peace with Calvard. Sky was possessed by the curse before, but its influence seems to be weakening now. Could be because of the recital after all. It's a good thing Elliot isn't here for that. It'd totally go to his head. What's up, Rex? Rex, I didn't know you were in Saint-Arkh. Hey, news breaks and I'm there, and the Imperial Defense Forces withdrawal is big news. There's also movement in Eastern Arabonia, but Fidelio's taking point on photography there. Haven't heard Fidelio's name in a while. He was the head of the photography club, right? I heard he joined the Chronicle the year before you did. Pretty amazing that you both became photojournalists. Right? Fidelio's working with Norton, and I gained some amazing shots. Or at least he was until Norton started acting all weird, and they split up after that. Do you think that might be the Great Twilight? If reporters are being affected, it could spread misinformation throughout Zemuria. Honestly, it's just Norton who's acting weird. Tons of journalists are just off lately. Hell, even the atmosphere in the office keeps getting more and more wrong. That's why I'm out here hitting the streets all over the Empire looking for something that'll bust this story wide open. This is a crucial moment for us journalists. One way or another, things are never going to be the same. Wow. Things sound pretty rough right now, but we'll be wishing you luck. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help out. Thanks, and right back at you. My store mainly takes orders and repair requests from Dreknor Fortress uniforms. New recruits are our usual clientele, but yesterday we received several repair orders from soldiers who weren't part of that group. Field exercise must be really backbreaking. I don't know the details, but I can really feel the winds of war starting to blow. Frankly, I'm not sure if they'd be called field exercises. Pretty sure a little infiltration incident might be the cause for them. It's very likely. I don't doubt the common man would be aware of it, though. So that's 5. Oh man, that is a huge defense drop. So I was wondering, is that worthwhile? And I can tell you right now, the answer is a resounding no. Before they announced the war, there'd always be performers in Cathedral Square inside the cathedral. The group that came by, the Black Rabbit and the Red Hares, was it? It's been a while since we had something like that. It was a good change of pace. Wait, you haven't got a draft order, but you're still going to sign up? Why? Sales have been down, and now our truck has been requisitioned. As I am now, I'm just being a burden to you. This damages my pride as a man. I don't want to drag you down. If I become a soldier at least, then there'll be some mirror coming in. You're such an idiot. I never think they were dragging me down. We're a family. We support each other thick and thin. When you're in trouble, I'll help you. I know that when I'm in trouble, you'll help me. Razumi, you're right. I got it. I'll drop this and find a path that won't make you worry about me. I'm sorry I brought it up. It's embarrassing, but what she said has really cheered me on. Sorry for the ruckus. I shouldn't have done that during store hours. Please continue shopping at Razumi's luxury food store. What's gotten into my husband? Bursting into the store and saying things like that really isn't like him. But I'm relieved he seems to have thought things over. We have to support each other when times get rough. Where is this final Pecky? Apparently, the 1st Armored Division has performed field exercises at Titus Gate. The 16th Armored Division has joined in on the exercise as well, according to the latest rumors. If the stories are true, it's clear that there's something more than regular military exercises. No doubt this is one of the dragon heads in the Imperial Government's Operation Jormungand. Oh well, as war draws closer, we're getting a much better picture of things. We moved those books that'll boost morale for war to the front for our displays, as the Imperial Defense Force commanded. But I'm not the sort of person to bend to pressure. I'll line them right up next to books like Working Together Hand in Hand and learn about Calvard. This is a second-hand bookstore after all. If I dig around a bit, I might be able to find some out-of-print books in storage. Wait, this doesn't count as anti-government activity, right? Maybe I should be a bit more subtle about my arrangement. Yeah, we have Ebb. Yeah, nothing new there. Residential. I think we spoke to him. Yeah, we did. The concert was so amazing. I can still hear the music in my ears. I want to practice as good as Miss Fiona. I think I've gotten a little better since last time. What do you think? That was great. Ellie would be so happy if he could hear you now. And no, I'm not going to go bring him so you can hear him. That performance was absolutely stunning. Broke into such a smile listening to those beautiful instruments and the singing, too. I felt like all the tension knotted around my heart was finally melting away. Ada couldn't get enough of it. She's practicing the songs they played now over and over. May you remember that no matter how tough things get, we can't forget to smile. Hold on a second, I just remembered something. Agate. Oh, he's in the party. Sorry, why isn't he all the way over there? Yeah, what's the deal with these? Like, we can't change his thing at all, but we can do hers. Yeah, that made me remember that for some reason. My husband should have arrived at the food agency in the capital about now. He worked there for over 30 years, and ever since then he's never lost his passion for his work. I'm beyond glad we finally get to spend more time together. So I was thinking of the country's future. It's one of the things I love about him. So I want him to talk to the food agency so he has no regrets. I've been so distraught since my master set off at the war, but hearing that performance made me realize I can't spend my life crying. It's my job to have faith in my master, after all. The freshness of the fruit, the rich aroma of the juice is amazing. Why my farm better kick things up a notch if we want to keep up. It's a real shame this stall's got to close down soon. You've got a great thing going on here. Well, I really appreciate that. You know, you're not the only one I've heard that from. There's been quite a few people upset over our closing. If we just get together enough mirror and inventory, we might be able to survive. In that case, how about you work with me to keep the stall open? Our supplies got requisition too, but maybe together we can turn this around. Never thought of that before. You might be onto something. The juice stall was something we used to do as a side job to the farm work. Now it's become an impressive second source of income. It'd be just great if we could get work together and rebuild this thing. We're getting great reviews for our newly revived juice stall. Big fan of the juice here myself, but even more than that, it's helping out our farm a bunch. I'll do whatever I can to help this stall thrive. Hello everyone, I heard the last recital through the window of the cathedral. It really eased my soul. The Imperial Defense Force is gone now, so we can put on performances without any restrictions. Hope to hear the Black Rabbit and the Red Hairs again soon. I can't talk to him over the... How close... Okay, so she has a very, very precise window to speak to her. Even though the cathedral is struggling with their own medicine shortages, they're still working to help churches in other areas. Even though there are people close to me trying to support the war, I've only been concerned with protecting the family name and our wealth. It's a grave sin to only consider your own safety in a country about to be rocked by war. Even if it's a bit late, I should start searching for something I can do to help. Servicing the waterways in the field at this age is tough. Looks like we can at least put right the soil that the monsters disturbed. If the sister gives me some ointment for my muscle pain, I'll be able to get back to work. I heard from Fiona that the recital went well. The curse pushes its way into the cracks in people's hearts. To put it another way, if a heart is fulfilled, the curse will have no effect. Perhaps there are some who had the hearts who had... Yeah, there's a missing word there. Perhaps there are some people who had the cracks in their hearts filled by your music. Wasn't my imagination that time. But yeah, you can't really fault the translators, even though I love to rag on NIS. As big as the script is here, it's a true ordeal to translate something like this, let alone they did it in a year, I think? We didn't speak to you, did we? The Count often says that there is power in art. However, it doesn't matter how great a masterpiece you create when there's not a soul to admire it. What should I do now that a blockade stands in my path as an artist? All this emotion threatens to burst right out of me. I feel so powerless. I have this overwhelming desire to express myself on canvas. I want to put aside what has happened and take up the brush. So we are not going to talk to the quest giver, but we'll talk to everyone else here. Quest giver's upstairs, should make it easy on me. A Rosenberg doll may fetch tens of thousands of Mira. It certainly could be Phantom Thief B's target, but... No, I must be overthinking things. I've only exchanged a few words with the man after all. Wait, she moved over here. I looked everywhere for that guest's lost item, but it seems this won't be solved just by searching the city. Can only hope whoever accepts this request will be successful. Okay, he's the only one up there, so we can just head out. We'll do the residential district next. The contractor who returned from a delivery to Dreknor Fortress was complaining earlier. The young officer was screaming at him that receiving a draft order was a great honor. I understand what the officer was trying to say, but don't you think he was being too extreme? He needs to understand that we're civilians. We've never needed to have the resolve to put our lives on the line like this. He shouldn't lump us together with soldiers who routinely lay down their lives for their country. A young officer? That has to be Alan. He's a member of the well-known Elite 4th Division. To think that the curse could even overpower his mental fortitude. We have to do something soon. Dad suddenly stopped telling his stories. I was kind of relieved at first. But in dark times like these, I've started to want to hear them again. Those stories of his may have been a pretty good way to lighten the atmosphere. Coil might have paid me if I keep telling fairy tales. Sad as it makes me, I'll stop with the stories. Coil, why have you grown into a man without imagination? In the past, his eyes would light up when I tell a story. It has to be a rebellious phase. I just have to see it through. Nope, we got the bracelet already. The Reveal Company gate is locked. Nothing new here. Marquis Ballad's got a keen eye for quality work. But if you're looking for a true connoisseur of the aesthetic world, it would have to be Phantom Thief B. He can do anything from detecting forgeries to recognizing art of true merit. Don't take this to mean I'm defending him here, mind you. Thievery is completely unforgivable, full stop. Were a Phantom Thief being out a criminal, I'm sure I would have enjoyed a one-on-one conversation with him. Okay, so picking up on a different day, which is kind of becoming a pattern here. Let's see where we left off. I think we've been in the apartments. Actually, no, I think we did the Orbital Factory, went there. Now I have to do the apartment next. Kaiser Dice, what were you thinking? I'm glad you're back to your docile self after all that, but there's still something on your mind, isn't there? Something that doesn't feel quite right. Well, I got my draft papers, count me in with all the rest. I honestly thought I was ready, but suffered something than I thought. I've just gotta try to keep myself alive out there. Oh, and feel free to keep using the guild's temporary branch, alright? Hope it can be of some help to you. Send a letter to my son and his wife. I told them I'd look after Ron until they reconsider their attitudes for the sake of her education. Paid me to write, but I couldn't leave my dear granddaughter in the care of such war fanatics, even if they are her parents. Just hope that this will shake them back to their senses after the way they've been acting. No one up there. In terms of CP, we're pretty good, so I don't need to worry about that. So I guess we'll duck into the cafe. The draft truly doesn't discriminate. To think even you'd get a card. It's incredibly frustrating that we're losing a trainer as skilled as yourself. Right? It's nice if an old drunker like me will be any help on the battlefield. Guess all I can really do is my part and look forward to the races after the war. Anyway, let's get down to business. That incident with when Kaiser Dice went crazy has got me thinking. Right now what he and his rider need is a place to relax and deepen their bond together. I was thinking of taking them to the Nord Islands. Maybe then they could get some training in. Nord, eh? I think it's a fine idea, but there are soldiers crawling over the place. Just getting there is going to be tough in times like these. Might be able to help with that. Luckily for us, I have some soldier friends at Zender Gate. I should be able to put in a good word. Would you really? This is how it should be. I'll leave the rest to you, Nines. By the time you come back from your military stint, I'll have made them into an unstoppable duo. First up, some training at the Nord Islands. Can't wait. And all three of them are the same thing, it looks like. Yep. I have to make all the desserts in Nash's absence. Pains me to admit, but he's twice the patissier I'll ever be. Of course, he can probably only get so good at cake making. He probably only got so good at cake making to impress girls. It's humiliating to lose to a lunch like him. And I don't see any dots up there, so I think we're actually done. Next stop is the Noble District. Ah, straight ahead. How convenient. So yeah, we did come from the cathedral then. I made a guide for running the house and handling the affairs for my family. Handling affairs for the family I'm leaving behind. My worries have finally disappeared, and all that's left is to set out for the army. We must seek revenge for what happened to the Emperor and Prince Olvert. I will fight under Crown Prince Cedric and defeat Calvard. Now, Timothy, you can play as much as you like in your new shoes. I don't feel like it. Come on, why don't we play tag or something? I'm so worried about Dad that I don't want to play. So how can you be smiling like that, Mom? Aren't you worried about Dad? Timothy. Even though Dad was so worried when Mom got sick, she's not worried about Dad at all. Timothy's been really down lately, so I thought I'd give him a chance to play outside. But nothing seems to go right. He completely did a lap by the time I was done talking. Richie, what are you doing here? I've been practicing hard now, I'm super good at cleaning. Wanted to come help you out, sis. You're still just a kid, you don't have to force yourself to work, you know. But I'm really happy you feel that way. Let's go and speak to the Mistress later. I'll do my best. See my sister happy makes me happy, too. It was helpful enough for him to just assist with the chores, but I think he'd even come help me with work. I don't really want to burden Richie too much, but since he's offering, perhaps I should go ahead and take him up on his offer. I must say, Kyrie, I'm impressed. You've grown much more dependable since I saw you last. You're too kind. I've only got this far thanks to all the help and support Count Eltime and my companions have given me. There's no need to be so modest, Kyrie. You've grown to be as capable a young man as any the Empire's ever seen. It's true, Kyrie, though I personally wish you would stay the same adorable boy forever. Here, now to business. I was hoping to ask about recent developments in the art world. Yeah, they're missing a space there, as the good Count has his finger on the pulse of such matters. I've already acquired some choice intel regarding Ordis, and thought this might be a fine opportunity to pool our knowledge. I have some information about what's going on around Lee's and Titus Gate. Would you mind if I join you? By all means, let's continue this discussion in my office, shall we? Then I'll make you all some herb tea so you can relax and have an enjoyable chat. Sounds splendid, Kyrie. You mentioned Leaves. Does that include the branch campus? That's right, I have friends who've been searching around by Grenville. They clued me in on what's happening there. Is that so? For someone so young, you are certainly well connected. Why don't you settle in so we can talk? I hope you like home-cooked food. I'll prepare some tea to go with it. And they're all the same, aren't they? Yep. No, there actually is someone over here. Do you have any edible spiders in the pantry? No? What about soft-shelled turtles? I could scarcely believe the things they asked. When I told them we had none of those things, they looked utterly crestfallen. They eventually conceded that they could make do with what they had on hand. To be fair, at this point, I was growing apprehensive of what they might concoct, even with only common ingredients. Let's just say I'm distressingly familiar with your pain. Your name was Freddy, was it not? Well, Freddy, you've lived up to the rumors and then some. I'm very impressed by your knowledge of rare ingredients. Please, I'm the impressed one, Margarita. Your understanding of food is incredible, though your cooking club pedigree should have tipped me off. Freddy and Margarita? Are you two cooking together? That's right, the family here had been taking care of Kyrie, so I thought I'd stop by and thank them for that. Turns out I popped my head in right when some old Thor's graduates were visiting. We all got to talking, and well, since no one had eaten yet, I figured I'd whip something up to show my appreciation. And that sounded like such a marvelous idea that I decided to pitch in as well. Presenting in mind Freddy's splendorific, charmonious passion meat platter. There's plenty to go around if you want some too. Oh boy, passion meat. Whatever it is, if those two made it, it's bound to be an experience. A dangerous, unsettling one. Sorry, but we'll have to pass. We don't have time to eat right now. But don't worry about us. You guys go ahead and enjoy it with the others. If you say so. Perhaps another time. Freddy may have a taste for insects, but it gives him a wonderful perspective on all this. I use viper and soft-shell turtle extract myself from time to time, but it seems I have so much more to learn. All these nightmarish flavors, and somehow Freddy and Margarita are the worst combination of all. Margarita is a real font of knowledge when it comes to the physiological effects of ingredients, almost any you can name. Yeah, I think that might be a typo, but I'm not 100% sure. Almost any you can name. That know-how seems to be the key to her adjusting her physique on the fly as she does. Staying all that way without any effort must really get under Doctor's skin, don't you think? That's not the only questionable thing, given she tried making Vincent drink some love potion she brewed back in the day, too. He looks like he's doing okay. Let's see, we spoke to them. Let's duck in here. There are people on the second floor. This Charles has some gall keeping me waiting so long, but you, maid, you really crossed the line. You klutz, what kind of maid spills tea all over a guest and then tries to remove their trousers? Am I to sit here in just my undergarments? I'm terribly sorry, sir. It's just that the tea was so hot I thought you might scald your, noble nethers if you got the wet trousers on. Bring me a towel, you witless wench. This is ridiculous. Right, a towel. Why didn't I think of that? Just a moment, sir. Less talking, more toweling. How maddening. With that naive boy Charles left in charge, this is my chance to finally seize my neighbor's land. But with my 50,000 mirror trousers stained like this, there's no way I'll be able to pull this heist off. I'll have to come back some other day. I can sense the curse affecting this noble. Sir, would it be helpful if I got you a bandage, too? Oh, and ice. I can give you some ice from the kitchen. Just bring me a towel, you loquacious loon. And they share lines. Lord Dendere is a pushy fellow. To think he'd come here to confront me in person. As if my letter declining his offer wasn't clear enough. Izzy shouldn't have let him pass the main gate, but now he's here and he won't leave before speaking with you. What do you want to do with him, Charles? Let me think. He wouldn't have made the journey just to reiterate his original offer. He must be scheming something. Wish there was an easy way out of this. Just pretend to be dead, buddy. I should go and check in on my brother. And Izzy, too. I hope she hasn't done anything disrespectful during your visit. I never expected Lord Dendere to personally come knocking at my door. How am I supposed to deal with this? You were with the Black Rabbit and the Red-Head Hares. We've been informed to keep an eye on your actions should you visit again. I ask that you show the proper respect when meeting with Marquis Ballade. We understand. Sorry about what happened. Let's go finish the job, boys. Holy crap. Dang it. Okay, there it goes. Like I was pushing the... Whatever. Hello there, everyone. I presume you come here because you have some business with Marquis Ballade. The Imperial Defense Force isn't monitoring much, and Marquis Ballade can do as he likes. There's so many problems. Everything is just a mess. It's enough to make me go mad. Everything's so much better now that the Horde Imperial Defense Force is gone. Hey, now that I've got a good look at you, aren't you the Ashen Chevalier? Your hair and outfit, what happened? Where do I begin? I can see from your face that you have quite the story to tell. Well, what matters most is that you're well. Word from Mr. Slesson, the Master is alright. I don't suppose you know where Master Patrick is. Patrick, he helped us at Ordis. No, I'm afraid I don't have any detailed information on his location. Sorry about that. Oh, no, it's my bad. It was wrong of me to ask. I worry so much over him, even though he's no longer a child. The only thing I can do is wait and pray for his safe return. Thank you for your help, Ashen Chevalier. I hate how they have the area set up like this. It's supposed to make the house look bigger than it actually is, but it just makes it more annoying to travel. What a relief that the Imperial Defense Force is gone now. To decide who to cozy up with. Siding with the government will only mean I become a puppet to their whims when the war is over, and yet a decrepit nobility has no hope of standing against them. You seem troubled, Great Uncle Ballade. Mildine, you should know better than to eavesdrop. That goes for the rest of you, too. Our apologies, we just happened to overhear you as we came in. Whatever, I just arrived at an impasse and thinking about what to do anyway. That aside, are those Vantage Master cards sticking out of your pocket? Yes, they are. Sorry about that. You're a cheeky one, stopping to play games while on the run from the authorities. And yet what better time to unwind than this era of chaos? Today's your lucky day. I will deign to grace you with the honor of facing me in a match of Vantage Masters. Your lordship also plays Vantage Masters? But of course, the nobility are well versed in games of all sorts. But I think I can already picture the anguish of defeat creasing your brow. Do try to put up as entertaining a fight regardless. I'll try my best. Our future will be determined by the actions we take before the war. It would seem you're causing a ruckus all over Erebonia. You do well to heed my words of wisdom. Don't beg me for mercy. Kinda curious what all he's got. Sorcerer creates a magic crystal.
I'll teach you a thing or two.
Yeah, I'm cool with this. So I'm actually going to pop a crystal here so that I get up to 4, and then I'm just going to drop the Xamapen turn 1. So yeah, create a magic crystal, it costs 3 mana to do. So technically it's like 2 because you get 1 back, but the important part is this one will allow you to power up some cards pretty significantly. Then again, that also allows you to heal almost indefinitely. Oh great, he has his Xamapen too. So I'm doing this to protect the penguin. Didn't really want to burn both crystals immediately, but it looks like it was a good thing I did get them. No, our penguin! Well, that complicates things a bit. It's getting annoying. So I have to admit, on one hand, I'm impressed he's using the sorcerer like that, but still really annoying. Actually, cool to leave as is, I think. Basically, use those two as a wall to try to hold him off. You jerk! Yeah, that is a monster of a card. There you go, enjoy your power up. So he could have hit me there and I would not have been able to retaliate. And we should have him dead rights now. So they can undo the seal. Man, that sucks. He's gonna heal a lot. So yeah, with him, I guess you basically just charge him until he one-shots everything. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to stop that stupid card. Let's see if I power up like this. Okay, that'll do it. Down he goes.
Inconceivable!
3 transmutes. We'll play him in hard mode and see what exactly those do. So, that was a magic card. So yeah, that... do we even have the witch? Yes, we do. Yeah, that would be so nasty, man. Seal him for 3 turns? That could be an instant game over, especially if you just fireball them the entire time. That's 12 points of damage that's unanswered. I'm gonna try to make a witch deck then, later, to See
I'll
how that
teach
works in
you a
practice.
thing or two.
That sucks. Oh, we got it back anyway. I think we have to sacrifice the crystal to kill the Blix. A little interesting. Yeah, I lose if I hit him, so let's not play that. Huh. So this time around he's just big on crystals, it looks like. This probably is gearing up for that one shot that I was talking about. Yeah, I should have used the ability on the sorcerer. So now that I think about it, with the sorcerer, you can also use the Zamel pen to keep stuff permanently sealed. There's a lot of potential with that card. So yeah, it took him a while to build up the courage to hit that one. Let's see, that's 7, this is 6. And we should have enough firepower here to pick him off if I hit him with everything.
Inconceivable!
But yeah, with that, I think that's everything in Saint-Arkh. Okay, where else do we still need to go? Actually, are we done? Okay, so I need to get a party together and do the, Oh, right, this is what I wanted to check. Yeah, they don't let you go any further. So, yeah, I will put together a group and we can start popping some chests or doing some quests, one of the two. There are still a few things for me to do. Yeah, I still have all of them. So yeah, unless there's something else that I find to put in here, this will be the end of this part of the video. When we pick up next time, it'll be all the combat quests and crap, and then burning the points, maybe. I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. But otherwise, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.